All right, we should be live. What's Gaming Gamers? It's your boy Olino, and I am back with more Hearts of Iron 4 with the Old World Blues mod that's set in the Fallout universe. They just had an update. I guess they had an update like within the past couple weeks. The expanded info for Colorado, in particular, a tag that has interested me for a while, the Baggers tag, where they are an NCR expedition to try and reclaim Boulder Dam, or Boulder Dome, rather. Um, yeah, let's just get into it. Let me post the links in the Discord. Fortunately, this one's actually updated for. Hey, Soldier. This mod's actually updated for 1.16 or whatever the current HOI version is, because a bunch of mods like Kaiser Reich, Cold War Iron Curtain, I think the new order was updated, but a lot of them just aren't updated yet. So we play this one. Yeah, so we are get this event just to start at the start of the game. That's right, Jeff. We are so back. Clash of items. Guard swept his hand across the table. Private City returned to his Vault City workstation. Not for wanton destruction. At this rate, Boulder Zax won't last past the end of the decade. The students from the academy kept quiet for fear of aggravating him. Why didn't I play the Colt Soldier? I just said it's not updated for the current game version. I always tend to play the current most game version. And also somebody requested this. Three in front of me now. Three asks, yes, Professor. We reach Colorado. I'm going to give you all a very special task. This task, not complete perfectly, will mean the death of one of the greatest minds left of this intelligence-drained world. I'm going to ask one question. I expect simple response. Are you willing to risk this trip? They gave the only answer they could. Yes, Professor. The Zax's dying machine, which holds irreplaceable knowledge about the miracles of the old world. We see it on the fifth and lowest level of the Boulder Dome. If we want to save it, we need to get inside the facility's last level before January 1st, 2281. That date passes, and the Zax cannibalize its last memory banks. It will explode, destroying the whole facility, wiping it from the face of the earth. Activates mission Project Sisyphus. Oh boy. Let's drop a save. I don't even know. We'll probably get some early events. Assuming, yeah, they're doing the thing where we have a bunch of 7-day focuses. The first expedition. This isn't the first time we came out here. It was around 20 years ago, where the Columbines grow. Click out sleepers if you can. Sleepers? Are they in Colorado? There used to be like a sleepers over here, I thought, or something. Oh, there they are. Oh yeah, okay, so they got moved. Presper's protege. Oh, so is this the Victor Presper was the previous leader of the expedition, I'm guessing? And okay. So yeah, so they moved them because I think they used to be down here by the Sorrows. I remember fighting them as New Vegas a lot. All right, let's get our tech going. Yeah, so what do we start with? Yeah, so we're... Okay, I think it's pretty basic stuff. Yeah, extra manpower is going to be huge for us with agriculture. And gives us extra population growth.
Yeah.
We got a lot of elite Colorado troopers, so that's something. I did ban the lone wolf Trait, because that's always really annoying when you roll a leader, because practically speaking, late game lone wolves are useless. They can be fine early on. If you want to do some micro, but I don't want to deal. Play Diana, you find out in her tree he was a pre-war scientist who wanted to create superhumans and exterminate every other human. The sleepers basically worship him. That seems like a common theme of people in the Fallout universe trying to create superhumans and then exterminate everybody else. So that's our CO. So I think we'll go with nice 30% encirclement. I mean, hopefully we're never getting encircled. I think we'll go with Major Briggs. Okay, they don't have descriptions for the generals. Let's see the world map. Yeah, sure, I could zoom out. So you have like a lot of the stuff is them taking liberties with the lore, but okay, we're creeping ever closer to Chicago. So I am going to be pretty interested when they finally get to Chicago. Basically, the set for each of the so they're this is the Fallout version of the game. Um, so actually, do we have positive opinion of the NCR? No, we do not. um, basically, like, so different regions. So, like, for example, this region over here. I think actually Fallout 1, I think it went down to Dayglow. So, like, this whole region was more or less Fallout 1, something like that. Fallout 2, I believe, was more like this. I forget if you could still go to Shady Sands in Fallout 2. I never really played Fallout 2 all that much. But this was like the Fallout 2 region, actually, including Arroyo, so like something like that. Uh, Fallout 3 was over in Washington, D.C., so that's not in the game. Fallout 4 was in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, so that's not in the game. Fallout Tactics was in Chicago, that's not in the game. Fallout Brotherhood of Steel was set in Texas, so that is in the game. And then Fallout New Vegas, of course, was the Mojave, which is this region, or like this region of the game. Plus, like going up to Zion in Honest Hearts, and then I don't know where the think tank spawns. Oh, and then of course going to the Divide and Lonesome Road. And it's unknown where the Sierra Madre is in the think tank, strictly speaking, so I'm not sure where they are. Yeah, but otherwise, there's a bit of lore, tangential lore, different tags, like, for example, the White Legs, New Canaan, the 80s, these are all mentioned in Honest Hearts, or, the White Legs are in Honest Hearts. The Sorrows and the Dead Horses are also in Honest Hearts. Who else? Like New Reno, Vault City, those are in Fallout 2. Vipers. Yeah, because the Vipers are they're one of the bandits that are in the Mojave. There are some Vipers in the Mojave. The Rogue Rangers, so that's like the Rangers that merged with the NCR. These are separate. I'm sure there are lots of other tags. These are like a lot of like, this would be a lot of Fallout 2 stuff that I'm just not very familiar with. But otherwise they play pretty loose with some of the lore, to make tags that are interesting and everything. Okay, so I have basically 3 military paths. I think the local population, I believe the power struggle is in your decisions. Let's see. I need to go ahead and turn that off. Disable backstory decisions. Oh, here we go. The lit fuse Colorado power keg. Oh, this is just our foreign policy, I think. If we could stabilize the axe permanently, access database, we could achieve greatness the NCR has never seen before. Might even surpass the likes of Vault City and the Brotherhood of Steel. Think about Leave It to Die is a price we know the world cannot pay. Different tasks, you decision each one will boost certain parameters. Okay, so we avert the teams we normally send to scavenge for resources to focus on obtaining empty holodisks for us. It will hamper our usual resource gathering, but sacrifice we have to make. Okay. I don't know if we should be focusing on that early. So, okay, we're doing the first expedition decision. What is our industry looking like? Very little. What is our economy law? Funding the army. The question is, where am I? We only have one building slot. I mean, hopefully we get some factories. I guess I need to look at what our tree really does. I guess we need more. Shout out to Evo Arslan and Chichen Itza for having a brawl so boring that everyone basically forgets that they exist. Yeah. I think we'll just go civilian for the time being. Do they change the cost? No, they do not rebalance the cost. Yeah, I mean, that's going to take so long to build. It's not really relevant, but you get into situations where you have too many mills. You can't really get into situations where you have not enough Cheyenne ruins. Oh, those are the ruins of Cheyenne. Wait, so where's the... Which state has the dome in it? Glow bugs in Boulder. Ah, okay. This is the dome that we have to get down to. I see. So we could probably focus... Okay, so we gotta deal with little withered dogs and luminous ones, and then glow bugs is gonna be the last one we probably get. Okay. Building. How are we on equipment? We'll see what the game unpauses how we're doing on equipment. Gonna guess, but we'll drop. There's no point in saving because we barely played the game. Let's unpause. Let's do debug smooth for free performance. And let's actually get going. Luminous ones, tree, power armored ghouls. Ghouls would be such a terror to fight, like an actual army of ghouls. During Ghoul and Smith get like it if ferals reduce the population of each state in the powder keg by 100. Like just using like nuclear weapons and dirty bombs, doing mass amounts of radiation, turn people into ghouls or just kill them, and that would just literally help your army because the radiation would be healing them. Oh, that'd be horrendous. Convert certain notable characters into ghouls personally. Oh boy. Start a country on top. I mean, we got to get through the game. It also depends on the mechanics because Old World Blues lets you core states. So it'll depend on what states we are able to core through our focuses a lot. But I will need to be a little bit better about forming puppets compared to they can literally create glowing ones armies. Oh boy. Withered dogs. They're also ghouls. Driven from Dog City by the hangdogs out of fear, left to find a home in the north. Okay, so I guess they've been driven out by hangdogs. And then, of course, Lanius is going to be making his way up here. Cap system tutorial. Uh, we'll just show the tutorial. Yeah, so we've got flat income, quarterly expenses, and everything. This is the economy system. Military. So you got a military upkeep, and you can also do trade. I doubt we have a node in our state. Yeah, we don't have a trade node in our state, so we can't do any trade routes or anything yet. Yep, and then you can also spend money to buy equipment and stuff with your caps. No thanks. They haven't changed it too much. So this is our current balance. We're making 12k caps and we're losing 2k caps for army wages. The NCR kids supply the baggers. Like, they don't really have any real river connection. I mean, initially there's supposed to be no reinforcement, at least per the startup thing, there was no reinforcement. But we'll see. The first Colorado expedition set out slightly over 20 years ago as one of the last initiatives of late President Tandy endorsing research of the world beyond California. Experienced researchers and neophytes made up a hopeful expedition accompanied by 3 companies of soldiers set out eastward toward the old state of Colorado. Arduous journey sailing up the Colorado River through numerous old world states. We came across many interesting finds. The only one worthy of note would be a crash site near the Grand Canyon, wreckage of the old bomb station 2002. While measurable to the dome, still had numerous secrets, leaving a small group there with the goal of further investigation as we continue eastward. That was the last time the expedition cited anything unanimously. The question of authority was always a point of contention at best. The officially appointed leader of the expedition, Dr. Goddard, held no real authority over his armed forces and refused to answer anyone other than General Coleridge. Eventually, we realized Dr. Agnes kept the other 2 people in line. Okay, so I have my balance of power here. So I lose political power but gain research speed and lose war support. Ooh, and I also start to lose stability as they get too powerful. Also lose political power, but get some army XP gain and war support. I mean, so just based on buffs, I think Goddard is better, because extra army XP gain isn't too good. Frequently choose between a mercenary ghoul leader or a former Chinese paratrooper who creates a Colorado People's Republic. Oh, that's neat. That's one of the funny things with the ghouls. Like, reminds me of Enclave Reborn, I think. Like, if you restore the United States, one of the options is a granite. One of the options is a ghoul shows up and says he was a former Supreme Court justice or was a Supreme Court justice when the bombs fell, and you could just give him his Supreme Court seat back to get some, like, prestige for doing that. Military path guide, supposedly the scientists and people paths are cooler. Yeah, I think we're gonna probably do the scientist path. But I feel like that also makes more sense if you're trying to do, like, if the entire purpose is to find a, supercomputer and make use of it, you would think that, the academics would be the ones in charge of that. Okay. So I think we will just stick with Goddard for this one. Who's Agnes, though? Like, are they in one of my advisor lists? Dr. Agnes, the Tandy of Colorado. Goddess who touched the world. While she's no longer in the prime of her youth, she's still an incredible beauty. Born tribal and sent to the academy by her parents, Aisha has talent for learning. As biology, became a respected physician. Her looks and charisma, she became popular. She became a spokesman for the scientific community, a woman of brain and beauty. Being the hand that heals, owning silver tongue makes her the best diplomat in the wasteland. She could have anything in the world, but she has no ambition for that. You taking the mantle and not letting those two massive egos fight it out would serve the cause. Maybe taking the mantle and not letting those two massive egos fight out would serve the cause better, even. I guess I could actually look at the focuses also. Rely on the rotting rangers, be prepared. Okay, so it looks like requires at least notable influence for the academics. Okay, yeah, so that also okay, so it's like strike hard and fast versus kind of delay and build up. Yeah, I think we'll just stick with Dr. Goddard. The failure of the expedition. We weren't successful and had to leave, all thanks to a certain someone. Oof. A lot of infantry equipment messing. Rewards of the first expedition. Coleridge adjusted the Palter's military dress uniform. Was nice to wear his power armor. He couldn't take any risk of stirring up any bad memories on day of commemoration. Ariam vocally posted his words they were getting participation medals for walking a short distance. Coleridge made it clear his men would get whatever rewards he deemed them fit to receive. Hastily constructed podium on a more readily constructed stage. Turned to Agnes and prepared a number of impromptu badges and medals. Done her best to keep them consistent. Adding a pin to a bottle cap and calling it a medal. Rather like the subtle differences. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to bestow the Long Trek Medal on each and every one of you. I'll make tremendous effort coming here. I'm proud of you. Tandy will be proud of you. I'm sure Goddard's heart is swelling as well, even if he can't come out of his lab to show it. One by one, Coleridge and the battalions made the called the battalions that made the trek. Agnes handed Coleridge their medals, placed on their uniforms, nodding his head each time. At last, the event came to a close, but the reclamation had just begun. Unique Long Trek Medal for 0 political powers rewardable to them for a limited time. Oh boy. Minus 50% supply consumption. Let's go. Let's go. That's awesome. That is what I like to see. Everyone basically teams up with the people to actually stabilize Colorado. The military is more focused on just conquering a bunch of stuff. Yeah. Makes sense. So any chance I can like how do I see I think is it the unit leaders that actually get the medals? Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Failure of the expedition. The Spectre of Victor Presper. Shortly after setting up temporary base of operations skying around, we moved on to securing the dome. The facility's outskirts spotted some unfriendly faces. The Jackals, long exiled from California, had come out this far. They put up a worthy fight resisting us, but in the end fled from our forces. After Craig's leader, Larry fled only after his body was nearly torn to pieces by bullets. The rest of his group to be put down effortlessly. Finally, the dome was nothing short of astonishing, not referring to the scientific miracle of the dome itself. A man from the old world named Presper and his companions slumbering in cryogenic sleep. After waking them, we attempted to cooperate with them peacefully. Our short time spent together was productive, to say the least. Our fractious leadership caused an issue. Guard tried his best to collaborate with them. Coleridge refused to do so, eyeing Geezer specifically. He was dangerous. He was useful. We've arrived here once again. The region might just be twice as deadly as it was before. Oh, flavor. Yeah, I think the medals. It's a real shame that um, practically speaking, in like regular Hearts of Iron 4, all the medals are basically is an additional political power sink. So it's just like late game, once you have nothing else to spend political power on, you can spend it giving your divisions a little bit of a buff. And that's about it, which kind of sucks. Presper never tried to hide his unorthodox ideas, questionable research, or outlandish theories. I believe we see things the same way. He was scheming something. Presents his conclusion: wipe the slate clean, terminate everyone he deemed unworthy, imbecile, lower life form, a simple genocide. We resisted, supported by a couple of his formerly frozen colleagues. There's some shouting, some begging, eventually a firefight. We had to evacuate. As I was saying about it, the technology that nobody in Wasteland could ever replicate, or the most precious resource we had, the lives of our people. Had production of 4 advanced circuitry. See, the thing is, I'm pretty sure late game I can just build... Oh, wait. No, okay, no. Fabrication laboratory. Yeah, I could build these if I ever needed that resource, so I think I'm going to need the manpower. I had such a funny reaction finding out Presper survived the Great War. She basically said sleepers are the only group that she will never show mercy for. Also would heavily recommend playing with Twin Mothers. I played Lanius when Lanius allies with Diana. I forget what happened in that one. I think like something weird happened with like the NCR Civil War or something, or the Legion Civil War, and I got into a bad spot. But yeah, I didn't play as Diana herself. Democracy and other mistakes. After the chaotic events of Colorado, we left behind everything that wasn't necessary for our survival and set sail back to Colorado, or back to California. Unfathomable price, but one we had to pay. Congress had to know about Presper and her expedition's findings. Since then, 20 years have passed. Members of the expedition waited for the day they could see the dome again. Cold wrath, impatience, and insatiable need for glory and retribution slowly consumed their hearts and minds. The public began the pacification of Mojave. It became painfully evident. The Congress never provided funding for their intellectual crusade. Some lobbying with a certain bearing. Private funding was acquired. 2273 is officially ready again. The Zombie Battalion encompasses 4 companies worth of troops, complemented with support of the 5th Engineering Company and 1 newly incorporated Ranger detachments led by Ranger Major Vera Prasad. The Academy provided the original scientists for the first expedition, a handful of students from the followers of the apocalypse, repeating the same arduous journey was more than exhausting for the expedition's veterans, but they had to come back. The roads and waters become ever more dangerous. Minor skirmish happening at Grand Canyon, where our old backup team fired at us. Our old backup team fired at us from the now fortified research station they were once tasked with researching. They simply move on for potential losses. We'll never forget their betrayal. We were absent from their post during our retreat, and now they have stabbed us in the back. We'll come back. Oh, so that's the sleeper? Those are the sleepers. I see. Okay. So yeah, I would think that like I don't know how bad the geography is, but I would think the way they do the supply is yeah, they come up here, they come up by the sleepers, and then they continue up the river, then you have to cross like around South Pass Mine to get to the next river, and then you take that river and sail over, and then that's how the supply connection works. The bomb station is where the sleepers used to be, yeah. The Bear Cubs are back. Our second arrival on Coloradan soils met with more challenge than the last time the laws changed 20 years. Once abandoned region now houses sparse but considerable settlements. We landed at the same place as before. To our great surprise, we found our old camp still standing. During the Baggers Camp, as the locals named it after we bagged some samples from the dome, ran to the remnants of Kimball and Briggsdale. Both settlements were too surprised by the NCR's presence to show any resistance. A small number of local ghouls left the area. Moving a local welders commune and jet junkies under our jurisdiction, what splendid civilians to rule over. To the west, a religious fanatic that follow a great glowing one who weaponizes radiation. To the east, are Lither Dog's ragtag band of ghouls, both ex-National Guard and old communist invaders. South, the hanged dogs rule over most of the South Plains of Colorado, just as before he left. Way north, the shield is sealed shut. We have a wall against our back, and in every other direction are potential enemies waiting to strike. We're outnumbered, outgunned, and surrounded, and most of our soldiers look at local ghoul population distress. We need every gun in hand. Can we jeopardize the expedition by trusting the zombies? We need any man ready to kill a ghoul. Vision organization minus 6%. That reduced supply consumption is just so good. If they can carry a gun, they're more than welcome. Like, got a nice portrait, by the way, looks really nice. Deadline? Who's Deadline? As the baggers, you have the opportunity to shorten or lengthen the fuse before the three-way war between the baggers, luminous ones, and withered dogs begins. Playing as the baggers, the front-range conflict is set to begin 365 days after the game starts. Forward design military man wants to heavily focus on military preparation. This scares your neighbors, resulting in each of its foci shortening time before the conflict to a maximum of 180 days. Alternatively, Goddard, a man of patience, science and patience, willing to save time by acting less frightening, can lengthen the conflict to the same maximum of 180 days. Careful player may find themselves with much time given to them. They find themselves a lot, but at the cost of having less to sell our military before the conflict. Alternatively, the Calder's strategy itself may start the conflict itself. That's the world tried to may ultimately result in a better Colorado overall. Choice is yours. Which will you decide? Just north of us. Oh, Deadline. Oh boy. Oh boy. Adds modifier influence to the click. Weekly balance plus 0.5%. Weekly balance minus 0.5%. Add 30 days. We cannot afford to go shooting blind. We have to be careful and sound out the situation, even if it means taking our time. Hound Alliance, the Arms Workshop, receives 1 level of damage. Well, that's not great. Action efficiency cap plus 7.5%. That's what I like to see. Oh, people pleaser minus 5% resistance target. That is amazing. Not core manpower plus 1% could also be good. Compliance gain plus 0.02%. That's also really good. Well, super militaristic Diana followers who she sent north hoping they would no longer cause trouble. Yeah, so I think we want to get. Yeah, let's just get the extra. Oh, we can't do that yet. Don't meet the requirements. All right. Let's just do our admin in the field. Dr. Agnes is not only a biologist medic, she's also a well-trained diplomat. Tandy of Colorado. Gotcha. R.I.P. Olympus Tribe. Oh, wait. Is the refugee system enabled or disabled by default? Did they change that? Yeah, okay, it's disabled by default. Now one gives a performance hit, so um okay, well we'll just play without it on for now. I don't think it should make a huge difference. So I assume okay, so I do have intermediate. I guess I could just check what tech level. So we've got sophisticated. Oh yeah, there's also the research speed bonus we can do. Oh yeah, gotta get reinforced rate and coordination. So yeah, so if we can do this one, we definitely want to do the improvised tools one because this gives you 27% production efficiency cap. Yeah, this gives you way more production efficiency cap. Tandy of Colorado, do you have a minute? Leave me alone, Agnes. I cannot believe your Ristar survived because of what? Loyalty? Can't believe this. Let me explain. Can I take a seat? You know you're soldier, right? Thanks for noticing. See things differently. You're used to battles with many troops in abundant supply. We're cut off out here, General. Your tactics won't work so well. Gar wants us to cooperate with locals. I believe that's the best way forward. Gar has good ideas on a macro level, but you're still critical to our military organization. His ideas will work on in general, but you, General, still make important decisions about how we approach our battles. Those decisions are yours to make. Please trust me and trust Goddard on this. I will. You have my word. Thank you, Agnes. That's technology radio detection. And just go literally the only person keeping it, things together. Yep. Oh, let me. Yeah, there we go. Oh, well, they've already got a lot going on there. Oh, excuse me. I wonder if it's worth it to go ahead and prioritize consumer technology because minus 10% research speed is not that bad. Nah, I probably need my advisors. Like, who do I have for military high command? Daily compliance gains also really good. More research speed. That's pretty good. Okay, so we got her automatically as a leader. There's also a medical company for extra. Daily compliance gain, extra political power. That's really good. Okay, this all counts as core territory for us initially. Booster side. Oh yeah. Ugh, so much I gotta do. I got the technology Ghoul Rangers. Um, at least I thought I did. Oh no, I'm about to get that, I see. That should show up in the unique tech list now. Okay, yeah, units, Ghoul Rangers. Enables airborne Ghoul Infantry. Okay, extra paratrooper supply grace. The scientific staff comprised from the Academy and the followers. I don't really care too much about getting an empty one. Since you have Rangers, maybe get the Advisor Boost Spec Ops. 2 Paratroopers. I just don't, like, I can't, assuming Paratroopers work the way they do it. Yeah, I have no air tech research, so unless... Yeah, I just don't know that I can afford that with research. I'm also not... Paratroopers are kind of hard to work with. So generally, I like work as needed because you get more max factories in your states, and also that product efficiency return. Oh my, that'd be -3, -3, 9, 12. That's like -21% production efficiency retention. That is really bad. Sure, you're getting an extra 21% factory output, but I just don't think it's worth it, especially since you get more factories. Yeah, I mean, we get 2 military high command slots. Or wait. Oh, well, so we'll have to figure out what's going on with Coleridge. I might not, if I don't make him the leader, I might not be able to um I'm okay, hold on. You can replace the survivors by click here and selecting. Okay, I can't replace him yet. Maybe later on we can sideline him, but for that one, that's gonna be a little tough. And later on, I definitely need to get everything that boosts compliance and reduces resistance. That's gonna be like amazing. Um, those are all ahead of time. I try to avoid anything that's ahead of time for as long as possible. Oh wait, the creatures tab is new. Oh yeah, my doctrine. I don't know what I want to do for that. We'll just get more construction speed for now. Can't go wrong with better industry. Yeah. Wait, actually, so am I also able to recruit goal rate? Can I duplicate template modify? Okay. Okay, so I have specifically airborne. I have less HP, more recovery rate. I actually have base trickle back, although it's only 1%. Multiplied by your balance of power range. Oh, I see. So the bigger we are, the more it buffs us. Before Barris's teeth drove out the ghouls from Dog City, the Welders Union were dominant there, a highly autonomous compound where people lived without much authority. They're effortlessly scattered by the ghouls, but a little splinter group lives on in our lands. We could ask for their help. Ghouls get buffs to supply grace and whatnot, yeah. I don't know what this military factory assistance means. Is this basically like off map factories? Okay, so I don't have further cooperation with them right now. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's see what kind of decision we get from this. I mean, I guess if I spend 100 political power, it would take 1,000 days for them to pay for themselves, barring like modifiers. You have puppets that give you more mills. Gotcha. Okay, okay, that's what that does. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, so I'd have to get one of them in. And plus 10% civilian construction speed is good. But I'd have to give them her Uncle Jim. Right now, the Captain of Industry would be better. Most probably have vastly different backgrounds, but almost none of them have practical knowledge of field medicine with guidance from doctors that could save lives easily. I mean, what rate are we ticking over? So we're at 59%, so in like 10-ish more weeks, 12 more weeks. Yeah, I plan on doing both of these before the war timer, because I assume I lose these after the war ends. I mean, honestly, I might also go ahead and get the guy the extra slot, because why not? Yeah, we could drop a save in. See, I don't know how much like super delaying the war really helps us in the long run. I mean, if we could get one of these, unfortunately, I forget if naval supremacy actually blocks the AI from doing naval invasions or not. But I mean, if we want to do naval invasions, we'll need it. Yeah, because we have no fleet currently. No, I need that higher up on priority because for getting resources because we are short on guns.
Honored to speak with you, sir.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, reduced supply consumption is always good. Get that also. But then if I could get him an extra trade, I'd probably just do local leader. Actually, no. Maybe sneering imperialist because terrain penalty reduction is also really, really good. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get the power struggle is over and Coleridge is sidelined. Yeah, well, that's what I'm wondering is like, do I lose him as a leader, or does he like still stick around as a unit leader? The Elven Republic managed military bodies let to go beyond the restoration of old weapons. Go ahead and nab that because I might be able to research better guns early, which could be good for us. I will say the downside of this is my war support is really low. Alright. So I always let the followers... I always let the followers just hang out. I don't like... Because we just let them... Well, let me drop a save. But if you just let them hang out, they like give you like a small war support malice and give you like a monthly population bonus or something. Um, but they don't... they can't start making demands. The big thing is when they start demanding that you demilitarize, which can be a bit sticky. I think you can steal from them once, but our stability's not great, and I don't really want to spend political power doing that. Okay, it's 25 political power, so we'll just do this, give him an extra trait. You can command 5 armies. I don't think we're going to get up to above 5 armies anytime soon, so I think I'm just going to get the terrain penalty reduction. Yeah, 5% on core territory. That'd help us early, but what does Steering Imperialist say? Is it the work description?
Yeah?
And then for this guy, we'll also do minus 10% supply consumption is just really, really good. Max army size plus 6. Yeah, I usually just do local leader, because I mean, I don't know how much plus 20% leader experience gain helps, because if you can command 30% more divisions, won't you gain XP 30% faster? Oh, I don't have the command power for that. Oh, so I do have to fight a 2-front war simultaneously. That's going to be an issue.
What's up? Hello.
Oh, Deadline got annexed. And site-wise survived long enough to still hang out. Oh yeah, there's some stuff in here I can do because like invest in small business is pretty good for the extra 20% construction speed. That's like the biggest thing that's valuable that I can do. But it wouldn't let me get a factory that quickly. Based on loose ones, they generally are a bigger threat, just demolition to whole withered dogs. Yeah, I think that's the move. I will switch those guys to be regularly reinforced, though. Okay, so that one I want to wait till we're all the way at level 3, which should happen. I mean, to be fair, that should happen while we're doing the focus. Oh, I should get this infrastructure. What am I doing? That would have given me a construction speed. Because infrastructure still gives a construction speed bonus, right? Yeah. I should have done this. Bomb vulnerability, full capacity, population nomadicity. How many resources are we getting? 7? Okay, so the extra resource tech would actually be useful for us. Then I have this 2x bonus. We could get to better infantry equipment. Yeah, I think we'll like try to expand the Gamma Core also. Sergeant Larson. Okay, I actually really need to run to the bathroom really quick, so I will be right back. Oh, sorry about that. Alright, sorry about that, gamers. I also remembered I really needed to do laundry, huh? And I left my phone. Okay, hold on. Again. It's also okay. Well, HOI isn't as bad as Skyrim for typing, but I need to update my OBS settings to fix the uh fix the noise gate filter so you're not hearing my clicking and typing as much. For faction, you can get Agnes as the leader, which I think could be fun. Yep, we'll see. All right, I'm pausing. Also, kind of depends. I mean, theoretically, once we complete the Zax, like, what would be Goddard's motivation for staying in charge, essentially? But I assume we can see. Do I want it? I don't think it's worth the political power to try and delay this, really. I guess the big difference is whether or not I can get more divisions trained up. Relationship with followers would be mutually beneficial. Yeah, so you get some stability, you lose a little bit of political power, but... Alright, let's go ahead and do this one, because we should be at the max. Yeah, because I don't really want to do the 4 out of 4 one, I feel. Um, at least not yet. We might let it just organically tick over there, but... Okay, I think we could just go ahead and do this one. Unlock... Well, what... Hold on, what does Citizen Militia do? Can I find that tech? You do the Rotting Rangers focus? Yeah. Let's... I'm just trying to figure out where that... I hate that's so difficult to find X in this. Why is the medics of the apocalypse tech not in... Oh wow, plus 20 org? That's kind of a nice... That's a big bonus, actually. Alright, whatever. Let's try and max out the... Try and max those guys out. Because I want that extra tech if we can get it. Hold on. So how many more days do I have? So I have... I should probably actually do the other focus. Let me cancel that. Because I need to make sure I'm getting those delays in time to do all our focuses, which I think we have plenty of time to do all our focuses. This will also automatically add 30 days, so we can kind of sit and wait and buff that as needed. Yeah, so I think we're pretty okay on that front. Light infantry division attack would be pretty good. Division defense on core territory, but that might be what we gotta do. Also, I'd like to get him, because, man, if we can get Goddard here for 7.5% and then get SOR Alpha for 7.5%. And then I don't know if we have any research. Another 2.5% from Nina. Oh, wait, no, we want this guy plus 7.5%. That's really good. Production efficiency cap. And then we could get another plus. I don't know about Paul. We could get like James for even more research speed. We could get some big research speed bonuses. Sure. And he's like, yeah, of course, if boost people support, you can sideline Goddard and get him as an advisor. Yeah. Oh, I should have posted back also. Unlocks a new set of outsider laws for you to use. School exclusion of service. Oh, that'll add 30 days, actually. Yeah, I mean, I need at least 3 more divisions down here to hold the line. Go ahead and get that reinforce rate. Drop it save, but I really need this plus 7.5% production efficiency cap is crazy. Especially with our efficiency cap being so low right now. I'll probably squeeze out at least 1 more division, I think. Would Rogue Rangers... Oh, they won against Guardians, it looks like. Didn't realize that you also uses water. Okay. Okay, so that's just hurting our canoe hull, but that's fine. Yeah, it just got an update, T. Loveguard's 1,000-yard stairs portrait for random scientists. He looks so morbid. Yeah, I agree. I was actually tempted to play him before, but now's the perfect time. Now he's actually got content. Okay, so in order to get further to this maxed out level, I'm going to need to do further cooperation, which means I have to have one of those guys. So hopefully I could just get away with doing some of these other ones first. Let's go ahead and get the extra infantry equipment.
Hello.
So these are ghoul detachments. So these are airborne ghoul infantry, so we'll throw those guys into our main force over here. Wait, why does this guy get equipment capture ratio and these guys don't?
Speak with you, sir.
What? Did I get...
Yeah?
Am I crazy? Was this always plus 5% equipment capture ratio also? For Agnes to challenge Goddard. Maybe later. How am I doing on time? 114 days. I have what? 15. I only have 75 days worth of focus. Okay, plus be prepared. So it's more or less. I mean, this will delay it by another 15 days, so. I should be able to get the political power I need to do. Add, like, Wall the Welder. Challenge Goddard with the posse is an Agnes decision. Yep. Estimates 4 military factories will be required. I don't think. I think we have like 108 days. Yeah, I don't think we can succeed that. Old bones were next to Eagle Rock. They might have already gotten capped, yeah. Oh no, they're there. Oh boy. How many troops he's got? 4 out of 13, 4 out of 13. Okay, so they didn't build up that much, so I should hopefully be able to hold. So I get these encryption techs for cheap. What is ghoul exclusion of service? While we happily allow our new ghoulish friends serve in our military, we're afraid this would be too much for our country as a whole right now. In the future, however, we will revisit this policy as soon as it wouldn't spark a revolution. Ah, okay, so it changed it, so... Hmm, interesting. Let's go ahead and do be prepared. That might trigger a war, but hopefully not. That might also just let me buff them enough that it doesn't particularly matter. Yeah, let's see what this results in.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if it'd be worth it to go ahead and just try and build outposts along here. Focusing for doing vehicle stuff. From these arms trucks to drive from the sleepers to the river next. Yeah. How long do I have here? Yeah, I only have 41 days left. How long would one of these take? Okay, now they take like 30 days a pop, so yeah, I can't get any outposts done in time. What a shame. I should go ahead and get these for occupation. We only have one shot at this. We have to make use of our resources. Closer to the map. Rely on attrition while pleasure. Limit our technology surely more advanced than the others. We can hold our posts. We have more bullets than ghouls out there, so if we aren't overrun, we can outlast them. That'll surely take time now. We can't afford to waste with the dome tearing day by day. I simply must insist we cannot risk the lives of our men due to your patience. This is funny considering Goddard's the one delaying initially. Now it's like the reverse. His decision boost today as well. Unfortunately, with this one, this kind of puts me in a bad spot with my political power trying to do this, because I kind of like... Actually, this is fine. Plus 10% division attack is just really good. 10% org would be nice, but we're going to do this one. Actually, then I don't need to do the political power. Let's drop a save here. Pen is mightier than the sword. Chili Blue Guard approached the imperious-looking tent, served as General Coleridge office, flanked by NCR troopers. May roll the faulting exactly as planned. He entered the tent to see over a ragged map. George from Shady stands at our souls. You work under us. The message came in last night, so stop playing dictator. Focus on getting us into the dome. Guard spotted out room's victory of his rival, bringing a brief smile over his face. More rare and valuable than gold. One day he has the dome. Working won't have to worry about Coleridge any longer. He who controls the narrative wins. Okay, so Goddard maintains plus 5% research speed as is. I wonder, though, could I spend a bunch of stuff and go ahead and flip the event again? Alright, that gives me absolute, which means 4 militia units with this one. And I get the Technology Citizens Militia. Oh, excuse me. Okay, with the extra 4 militia, also I'm about to have these guys trained. In fact, I could probably afford to add another unit. Actually, I'd probably add 2 units. Put those guys on low priority, though. So these are... Oh, I guess I could have also trained the... How did the militia fare? 16, 42... What's the deal? More equipment, though? Oh yeah, way more equipment. Now, let's just get one more guy. I don't want to drain our equipment too much. Militia on the front line, yeah. Yeah, I think we're fine. I think we're fine. I mean, it's the awkward thing also, like, a division defense bonus, like, okay, but extra division attack is still, like, really good when you're on defense. Like, it's kind of a problem in HOI is that attack is just so good. Maybe if they separated attack, Because, they have defense and breakthrough, which are different values. There are different attack values used when you were attacking versus defending. Then that would, I think, do a better job. But as it stands right now, an attack bonus is still huge for being on defense. Oh yeah, this one just gives you bonus production efficiency cap, so that's just good. Plus 3% production efficiency cap is really good. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out, and I'm not above safe scumming as needed. This will also give us another 15 days. Also, how'd this guy get a report from the NCR? Because we haven't been able to contact the NCR yet.
What's up?
Ooh, these guys all start seasoned. Let's go.
What's up?
Alright, war's gonna start soon, so let me go ahead and just deploy that guy just so we have him in the field. Everybody could start getting entrenchment. I'm gonna go ahead and get the... Alright, I'm gonna drop a save. I'm gonna go ahead and get the infantry advisor, because that's very important for us. Yeah. Yeah, I think now I just sit, because there's nothing else I can really do. Yeah, I mean, okay, recruit civilians for sapper duty is probably what I'll do to get the extra arms workshops. Also, we have a good amount of infantry equipment now. I probably could have gotten more militia out, but we'll see how this goes. Oh, yeah. Well, we have... Oh, yeah, we do have some ships. I don't know if this will really do anything. Do they even have navies? Yes, they all... Okay, so maybe we just want our navy on strike force then. Do these guys do close air support? They can. I don't know. I don't think I want to sacrifice them because I can't replace them. So I think I just gotta have them on air superiority. Okay, they have no air force at all. Because in like every division has air attack basically in Old World Blues. So it's pretty risky sending some planes up. This won't really make that much of a difference, so I'm not going to worry about it. Oh yeah, what tech did we get though? Where's the civilian militia? Citizens militia. Militia platoon, defense, soft attack, hard attack. I mean, that's good. Not amazing, but decent.
What's up?
I mean, shoot, that gets their soft attack pretty close to our,
Yeah?
soft attack's pretty close to these guys, and these guys are 6 combat with. Wait, militia? Hold on, wait. Militia use 6 combat with. Infantry use... Hold on. Do the recon companies use with? No. That's kind of busted, actually. I think that makes our militia... Does the citizens militia make our militia better than our... For the same combat with, I think they're better. Okay, yeah, they use 1.5 combat with, so that would get them up to 9. I might. Do I want to buff them up to 9 combat with? That would give them some pretty big stat bonuses. I think I need to. So many saves. I'm gonna have to go through and clear out my HOI saves. Some of these HOI saves for mods can be really big. This is gonna hurt my XP for these guys, but the extra combat with is gonna be like super needed. And they should reinforce in time. We have like 10 days. Yep, they are reinforced. That puts these guys up to where they're 22.6 versus 27. Their defense is actually better than my... No, okay, it's actually comparable. But still, that's really good for militia. I don't think they'll benefit from my infantry stat bonuses, but well. That's whatever. There we go. Twin Front Massacre. Biggest tragedies ever suffered by those in the area. He's drunk while monitoring the Lumistone's border. He'd been mocked by his superiors for being a lightweight and was trying to develop a tolerance. Really drunk gag of Luminous once crossed the border intent on... taunting Sonic California troopers. Jones inebriated state causes warning shot to land a killing blow. Second instance of communications over private court showed Sergeant Bachman on the eastern border outpost. Static field transmission informing them in code that war had begun. It had not, but they believed it had. The moment they saw passing with their dog patrol, they opened fire, called for backup. So began a tumultuous conflict. War never changes. Okay. See how bad this is initially. Provinces and countries I ever played HOI4 was Old World Blues. So Old World Blues is the mod set in the Fallout universe. So you have like the new California Republic and Caesar's Legion from Fallout New Vegas. It's set like... It starts in 2275, which is just before the events of Fallout 3.
What's up?
Let me micro this some.
What's up?
So we can probably... I mean, it's probably more worth it for me to just wait and let these guys sit. Okay, yeah. These guys should be able to hold. I mean, they're going to hold for like a month at this rate, so. Really cool. I love Fallout. You for choosing the NCR. Yeah, well, so we're a NCR offshoot, basically. Take decisions to improve stats against each action. All right, let's see. Focus on both. Focus on withered dogs. Focus on luminous ones. How long does that last for? 90 days, and we currently have... Wait, where's my plus 10% attack bonus? 80 Sands expects results. Hey, this said I get plus 10% division attack and plus, like, some bonus reinforce rate. What the heck? So the biggest thing we need to do is we need to get to Boulder. That's our whole reason for existing. But right now our objective is survive. I think we'll go ahead and do luminous ones, get our bonus. That takes effect immediately, I'm assuming. Yeah. So we should be able to attack. Where do we want to attack from?
What's up? Yeah.
Ooh, he's doing force attack. That's a bad move for him. Although, I guess if he breaks through, it actually is a smart move for him. Yeah, the UI is pretty neat. They get, like, sorry, the NC, or the Fallout style portraits. Okay, I gotta reinforce that guy there. I mean, the nice thing about force attack is if you really can't opt out of the attack, please reinforce in time. Okay, cool. Okay, I have another division queued up. Let me send him to this front to help shore it up some. Now, I need the Rangers to push. You guys got to take advantage of that. If we can nab all his victory points, it's all over. I assume they just have 15% or less. Okay, that's not great, but... so when we reach Boulder, we reach the Boulder Dome and can start interacting with the supercomputer there, and hopefully we get to do some cool stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to keep them locked up. Alright, 58 days, 32 days, 21 days. They don't have force attack anymore, so that's good for us. They could push into this state here, but I'm not too worried about it. Even if they do push, they're going to put their... Okay, no. You guys go there. You go there. Okay, cool. There, we're going ahead and reinforcing there. Unfortunately, the breaking their supply line probably isn't going to hurt them too much on account of how little supply they're going to be using. I think the move now... I want to take all of these guys. We'll go ahead and try and push. Maybe we can encircle this guy here. And take Cheyenne, because he might push. Trying to encircle us. Yeah, so it's only the West Coast. Their development roadmap includes adding first the Midwest, which is from Fallout Tactics, and then the East Coast from Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. Like, originally the map was much more like Well, I think they always had like Canada, but it was much more like kind of like well, when I played, I imagine originally it was very focused around like NCR and Caesar's Legion, like basically just around here. But then over time they've added like Texas and Mexico, although Mexico's not some states in Mexico aren't super fleshed out. And then they just did like well, they've just done a Colorado rework, and they had done a Canadian rework also. But they're slowly expanding, although they kind of got to be careful about it because also, with Old World Blues is interesting because I mean, I suppose in HOI4 you have vanilla HOI4, you have tags, and then you conquer tags, so the number of tags tends to drop. But you're also releasing puppets, so it's kind of meh. But in Old World Blues, very much there are just a ton of tags at the start of the game, and then like people are very much like conquering and consolidating tags. Like you basically have like regional conflicts in like Colorado, up around here, uh, like conflicts in Canada, conflicts in Washington, and they all like unite and then like go to have bigger wars that happen. Yeah, yeah, they originally did the West Coast stuff. I believe there are mods that add the East Coast, but I don't know how well they play with the rest of the mod. I know people have talked about trying to get the mods such that you're playing with like Midwest, East Coast, because a lot of those are like separate submods, and it can kind of work, but it's not officially supported. Let's get some legit. What is siege engines? Oh, these are like their equivalent of rail guns. Going to get logistics support because logistics is always good. So we're gonna be able to push there. All right. Let's have this guy go ahead and just push there, and then these guys will circle around and push, and we can hopefully encircle that one guy. Have a militia reinforced there. Alright, we're still holding. Let's have these guys just group up. Yeah, he isn't super aggressive about exploiting pockets because it's really, if they were, it gets really easy to encircle them. So I don't think it's a huge thing. Yeah, let's do higher junkies, get more militia. Actually, I just realized.
What's up?
Alright, if they break there, that should be fine. Okay, they're moving their troops around. Alright, cool, we got the guy encircled there. That's good. Alright. Now, I think what we'll... Actually, we could go ahead and probably get an encirclement there. Oh, nope. Alright, if that guy breaks there, that's not too bad. We'll break this guy here. And then I need to put pressure on these guys here to get them to back off. Exploit that in multiple combat penalty. Alright. Let's try to exploit things a little bit here. Let's lock this guy up. Give him the multiple combat. Okay, he's got an armored bonus. Ah, okay. That explains why we're having a tough time. Nope. Okay, never mind. We need everybody to just sit then. Alright, that guy will break, but that should be fine. Are these guys also armored? No, they're just tough.
Yeah? Uh-huh. What's up? What's up?
Only the person can fall back and reinforce at these outposts. That should be a pretty defensible spot. there. In fact, let's shorten the front line so we don't have people reinforcing unnecessarily. It's gonna be tough because the new art style changed so much from Fallout New Vegas to 4. I wonder how the futuristic 50s look will translate. Are the great cons in the mod? The only way the great cons are in the mod, so they're in the mod insofar as, basically as Mr. House, you can pick which of the families you pick. And so instead of having the Omertas and Gamora, you can pick a splinter section of the Great Khans to join to run Gamora instead. And similarly, instead of the White Glove Society, you could choose to pick the Fiends, and then instead of picking the chairman, you could pick the kings instead. But otherwise, I don't believe they're like the Great Khans exist as a releasable tag. Okay, so the Mojave Raiders, Fiends. Yeah, Jacobstown's a releasable tag. The Boomers are a releasable tag. Okay, the Mojave Cons are a releasable tag. It looks like they can be released in Bitter Springs. But I doubt they have content. Their in-game is puppets. So it is a faction of the con, so you don't get, if you do like, that's why they're called the false con. If you do it, the con you get, I think you get Regis as the con. Oh, the Great Cons are in Wyoming, also. Oh, the Northern Cons. So yeah, okay, so there is a faction of Great Cons you can play. But yeah, I think it's Regis you get as the leader of the cons if you pick them as a as one of the families. You don't get Papa Khan as one of the leaders. So I think we're gonna break there also. Alright, well, as long as he's not pushing our divisions that are broken, so let me send this guy in to make sure that... Oh no, they're gonna encircle that guy. Okay, never mind. You need to retreat. You need to lock them up. You need to move in to help. Okay, there we go. That's fine.
Honor to speak with you, sir.
Alright, I almost have another division I can send out. What do we got here? What do we got here? What do we got here? Reliability, None of this stuff's going to make a huge difference at this point right now for us, so it's more so just planning for the future. Please get railway guns as a meme. Maybe if we can afford it. I like never use railway guns normally. Is this person really going to get themselves encircled? Well, you know what? More power to you, buddy. More power to you.
Honor to speak with you, sir.
I just have so many of my divisions locked up here currently, but, I mean, how are casualties looking like? 225 versus 140, 175. I mean, once we get an encirclement, our casualty numbers will look better. Let's get this person attacking so this person can't regain org, and then let's attack them there, and then you don't actually need to move. Why would you go... You sit here. Let me send this higher org guy over there, because they're getting hit pretty hard. Oh, come on! Should have seen that coming. Okay, let's move the guy here so I don't have to worry about those guys getting... This guy's really hard to beat. Attack Red Mountain, that will cap the luminous ones. Oh yeah, I think we have all their victory points, you're right. I mean, if I get this guy encircled, that'll free up the divisions I need for that. Let me just have everybody pour fire into him.
Yeah? Hello.
There's no point really attacking that guy anymore. Okay, they are hostile with all the other ones, so I wonder... Big brain time. If we can make them connect, and then they might actually start fighting each other a little bit.
Hey. What's up? Hello.
Oh no, I can't lose my capital. Especially because that's got a ton of outposts in it, although I assume those outposts probably... Actually, no, they haven't really taken damage.
What is it?
Okay, they decided to retreat. We've almost got our encirclement pulled off. That'll free up a good number of troops for us. There. Much better casualty ratio.
Hey. Hey.
You're killing me.
Hey. Honored to speak with you, sir.
I have another division I can deploy.
Honored to speak with you, sir.
Where they move. Okay, but they're also them just retreating, so...
Uh-huh. Yeah?
Let me pull back the line a little bit more. Okay, and they just fell back. So that wasn't too bad. Extra manpower would be good, because I'm a little low on manpower. Real paradox. The Iron Alliance have power armor to help the luminous ones. That sucks. They give like a 15% native range. Yeah, I still have prioritized luminous ones for another month. So... stick with that.
Yeah?
I mean, they probably just have trouble because if they push, they expand their front line, and then it becomes harder for them to, like, you know, manage their front line. Then they want to reallocate troops. I mean, I think they have gotten the AI better about falling into encirclement traps, but then conversely, you know what, let's just go ahead and research strip power armor, why not? We can have both rangers in. Stripped power armor. Okay.
Honored to speak.
Let's just have everybody try and push on Red Mountain. Hopefully we can break him.
What is it?
I think, yeah, we just put everybody on that line. I should go ahead and create a front line here anyways.
What is it?
And they changed the front line automatically, which I don't like.
Hey.
Hey, where'd my planes go? Did I lose all my planes? We captured the airbase. Did all my planes get destroyed? Well, that sucks. Oh, hey, by the way, what's our default? I think we're gonna have to go with sporadic outposts initially.
Had enough?
Stop, because I can't be taking that in multiple combat penalty.
up?
I'm bummed I lost all my planes. They might have also gotten shot down. That is entirely possible as well. Come on.
Yeah?
Yes! Oh, come on. They're 99%. Okay, we gotta grab like one bit of land on them. Oh, no, they do have... Okay, they do have one last bit of...
Uh-huh.
So let me just shrink the front line a little bit more
Hello.
so that these guys aren't, like, freaking out nearly as much. Yeah, thank you, guys.
Hey.
Okay, if we can grab that, we win.
Hey.
They got deleted. What a shame.
Yeah?
Oh, well. Alright, that should capitulate them. We just need to wait a day. They shouldn't be able to... Yep, okay, cool. Alright, so that does get us a much bigger border with glow bugs. Okay, now we can throw everybody
Honored to speak with you, sir.
at these guys.
What is it? What is it?
Please reinforce in time. Yes, okay, cool. Cool. We should be fine now. Yeah, because now we should have pretty good numerical advantage on them. Yeah. Whew. Okay, two front wars, gamers. Don't fight them.
Yeah?
Alright. What is the move here?
Honored to speak
I mean,
with you,
first
sir.
we just... Oh, okay. You guys actually do need to reinforce. Capital.
Incoming!
And then it's free real estate.
Honored to speak with you, sir. Uh-huh.
Well, the plus side is that we're at least getting all of these focuses done. Focus will cancel. Okay, so we might actually want to sit on this for 30 days so we can complete this focus. I don't suppose I can do... Okay, no, I can't do that because I picked the other one. Let's go ahead and start scavenging program. Well, we'll wait till we get our civilian factory.
Hey.
I may just... Let me just micro these guys. If I pull them in for a big, like, spearhead here, it should work out pretty well.
Honored to speak with you, sir. Yeah? Yeah?
And it's free real estate.
What's up? Yeah?
We just gotta basically push. I mean, we want to grab Broadwater. We're gonna need to grab Broadwater also, but let's see how he reorganizes groups. Yeah, it's just kind of panicking and moving troops around.
What's up? What's up?
Go ahead and lock up. We'll just lock up all these divisions so we can grab some more land on him. Because he's sending those divisions to try and reinforce these positions, so this lets us get guys into position, trigger the multiple combat penalty, and just make things not very good for him.
Yeah?
Deploy another division, and I think we can, looks like we can keep deploying divisions. And encirclement time.
What's up? Hey.
I should probably build some amount of special forces equipment. Yeah, let's just take advantage of this position we find ourselves in and get those encirclements. How about that?
Hey.
Was that another encirclement opportunity?
Honored to speak with you, sir.
I dare say it is.
What's up? We're gonna tear them apart.
The dedication for celebration, tap on microphone, quick cough. Goddard hated public speaking for any event other than a great discovery, but this was a chance to raise morale. The former United States of America, this state was known as the Centennial State. Its name such as was incorporated into the Union on August of 1876. That's exactly 400 years ago. A hand swept back through what little hair the doctor had left. Sweat began to drip from his scalp. We gotta keep going. Today is the day for celebration. It's not about myself, so-called academics, nor is it about the Coleridge and his clique. It's about all of us as baggers, as members of the Great Republic of New California, and as humans. That includes ghouls, mutants, and all others. Final breath of exhale out as a wave of confidence surged through Goddard. So it is with great pleasure that I commemorate this day as the official proclamation of my intent to create a new Colorado Republic. Like Colorado once being given statehood, so too shall we become the next great state of the new California Republic. Short, steady breaths were taken as Goddard looked at his audience, Agnes and Coleridge, sitting alone in the Camp Baggers auditorium. Agnes feigned a kind smile. Coleridge rolled his eyes, getting up from his chair. Don't know about you, Doc, but I've got a war to attend to. The dog's leader has an animated portrait. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the animated portraits are cool.
Yeah?
They gave up on that guy.
What's up? Yeah?
Nope. Not what I want you to do. Although it looks like that did get them to cancel their attack. Ooh, okay. You guys stop doing that.
Yeah? Hey.
Alright, well, we got all those done. Can we do... Are there any continuous focuses in the Old World Blues tree? Doesn't... Oh, yeah, there are. None of these are particularly useful for us, though.
Honored to speak with you, sir.
Or since we only build a true nation, perhaps more diplomatic hands should take the wheel while guard studies his act. Yeah, we'll see.
What's up? An honor to speak with you, sir. Uh-huh.
Alright, now's the time for me to go ahead and get some of my people pleasers to reduce that resistance growth, because 87%. That's so sad. I wonder if I want to do it. Fallout. They have the Office of Science and Industry. I don't think would particularly make sense. Yeah, because I guess canonically NCR doesn't have a call it like Ranger Intelligence Service.
Uh-huh. What's up? What's up? What is it? Hey. Hello. Yeah?
Okay, we're just pouring fire in on that guy.
I've got one!
Ooh, another encirclement. Let's go.
Honor to speak with you, sir. What's up? What's up?
Keep those locked up so we can advance on them. We might even be able to encircle them, depending on how things go here.
Hello.
Did not get the case.
Hello.
Road Rangers are doing well. much does that reduce infantry supply usage by? Okay, that's not, that's like 10% supply use reduction, so that's pretty good. Oh, but you gotta get the planning and logistics bonus. Less important in Old World Blues, but still important. For sure.
Hey.
Personally, you with their dog's leader. Oh, nice. I didn't notice. I don't think it's worth it to spend the political power at this point. We're already winning, basically, so. Okay, that's not worth it. I don't think any of these are really worth it. Yeah, none of these are really worth it either, I feel. Go begin a scavenging program. I believe it just costs caps to get these bonuses. Let's do root out resistance. How many caps do I have? Okay,
Hello.
get those divisions locked up so they can't redeploy.
Honored to speak with you, sir.
Two divisions back those guys there. So let's have a now I think we just need we probably need to grab both Broadwater,
Yeah?
but I think we can grab Hollyoak very easily.
Yeah? Hello. What is it? Yeah? Hey. Ah! Hello. Hey. Man down! Yeah? We're gonna tear them apart! Uh-huh. What's up? What's up? Hello. Come on! Come on! Hello.
Oh, these divisions are a pain to break through. That he's got some enforcers. You know, I just realized we have the We have the victory points. We don't really need to be pushing like that.
Yeah? Hello. Hello. What's up?
Yeah, desperately need root out resistance.
Yeah? Yeah? Hey,
I would probably circle these guys here.
what is it? What's up? Yeah?
Oh, that actually works out in my favor if he breaks up his units there. Make it easier to break him.
Hello. Yeah?
It's not okay. It's not worth it with how much armor those units have. Yeah, there's like no other focus I could be doing. Oh well.
What is it? What is it? What is it?
Good mothers flee north. To seem to have taught their last lesson. Lane's forces filled the valley, taking control of the sacred temples. When the time finally came to bring Diana herself out for questioning, Legion was left empty-handed. Diana would have opened up her true home in paradise to wastelanders and Twin Mothers refugees, seeking to heal from the injuries they took and prepare for defense against further Legion attacks. Things are getting stranger in Colorado. Alright.
What's up?
Hopefully break that division immediately. There we go.
Yeah?
Okay, maybe he's not using that much manpower, but we do need to wrap this up. We do not have a ton of manpower. Dude, Withered Dog, you certainly put up more of a fight than Luminous Woods. Yeah, that armor they've got really did a number on us. But we got it. Their fleet. Victory. The last shot in the war for Northern Colorado rang out today. Ghouls never stood a chance against superior discipline and firepower. I don't know about they never stood a chance. Wind passes along the edge of the Great Rocky Mountains like a sigh of relief. It carries away the smell of gunpowder off and breeze. Bench of death and decay remains. It will remain until Ben cleared away, built something better. That's the hard part, isn't it? Is it really over? Everything we stand victorious. It's time for celebration, and after making we start to consolidate our control. Alright, let's focus on...
Speak with you, sir. Uh-huh.
Those all get bypassed, I suppose. So I'm gonna guess... Oh, so you still get... Interesting. Placed no training. Okay, so it counts as completing the focuses. You don't actually get the bonuses from it, but it does free up the advisors. Okay. Uh, so the power struggle hasn't like changed yet. So I think we probably have to do um more of this. I don't know. Alliance doesn't have that many. Okay, they do have a faction member though. Wait, no, they don't. Sorry, I gotta run to the bathroom again. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so I have decisions to challenge him. Um, Oh, challenge Goddard's position. I'm a little concerned by that though, because it's still Coleridge's click that is doing that undo. Because right now, if I undo my academic influence, um, maybe it's because of the order. Let me first make sure our focuses aren't, you know. Okay, so I just need noticeable there. Yeah, let's just run it and see. Yeah. Let's just wait a little bit. We're in no rush. Also, we haven't even gotten the dam yet, or the Zax yet, so you know, hold off on that for now. G State joined the NCR. I think that's like the scripted outcome on historical. They replaced the chosen one. All right, I also got to get the mediator. Reclamation Authority. More manpower than 100. Yeah, I probably need to dismantle a couple of these militia. They don't make bonuses or anything, so I think we'll just disband these guys. All right, the same table. Outpost Coleridge had never been so full of life. In the last 2 centuries, most of their soldiers were leaving the position they manned for over a year to celebrate together. We could hear with Sweet Caroline. Up in the center, far from everyone else, Star Goddard and Joe Core sat there quietly talking. Despite the cacophony around, they heard each other's finally over, isn't it? He liked the sour taste and hated shots. Me too. On the contrary, he's only begun, answered the doctor. Come on, for a scientist, you can sometimes be overwhelmingly uninspired. Their cords are somewhat tipsy. What can I say? My thinking is formulaic. Very lambic, quite the luxury in the wasteland. Did you just make a joke? I cannot believe my ears. You should drink more often. Maybe, but to be serious, we actually have a lot to do. The dome is still under enemy occupation. We're running out of time. We need to take a rest. It was a hard year. We are all tired. Plan can wait at least a day. Yes, you're probably right. I'm just getting impatient. As regard accompanied with a large sigh. Victories are hard to come by. They're back. They're back. A soldier shouted as the battalion arrived at the outpost gate. Strange bunch. They were smiling. Smiling soldiers on duty were quite the rarity. Speller cut through the square of the outpost, reported to the general himself. Corporal Matthias Christensen reporting for duty. The raid on local cow spots creamery was successful and retrieved request supplies. Good work, Corporal. Listen up. You're all entitled to an ice cream ration today only, Matthias. He turned to the corporal. Especially hand out the rations to everyone. Of course, sir, he answered. Tried to stand his ground against the troops charging towards his caravan. Fresh recruit to veteran. Everyone acted like a child when they heard ice cream. Form a line, all of you. Form a line. Nobody gets a ice cream. You hear me? Shouted, started to herd the pack of soldiers. Would you like some, doctor? Asked the general, handing out a portion for his tailmate. Amazingly, he smiled and accepted the gesture. Despite everything, we aren't so different after all. Okay, 45%. All right. Promote military staff decision. Lieutenant Martinez becomes a unit leader. I think I need to go ahead and get the establishing oversight going first. Yeah, that extra compliance gain is going to be amazing. Yep, power balance of the expedition ends in Baggards. Yeah, so this will redo the balance of power. Blood-soaked fields are now ours. It'll take considerable time and resources to rebuild them as they were. Do not risk our new citizens backstabbing us, even if reconciliation slows us before the road to Boulder. Oh, excuse me. My East Coast Rebirth is very good. I know a lot of focus trees are very well made. Yeah, I've never played it, so we'll see. I'd like to check it out at some point. And saying so now, how long been the NCR's playground when it wasn't under shadow of the bears ravaged by raiders, cultists, and flavors. First Citizen Lynette has come forward to create a new faction, the Nevada Pact, dedicated peaceful cooperation lands in Nevada. Recognize the Autonomous Pact members will encourage trade and commerce. I really don't care. Do you? At least Hangdogs and the Warden War seems to be dragging out, which should be good for me. We're still short.
What's up? Yeah? What's up?
Okay, there we go. That stabilized our manpower at least. Oh, nope, never mind. Raids faction, no one joins. Let it really just throw a party and nobody showed up. Yeah. Because I guess, I mean, does Bishop join the Nevada Pact? I think Bishop allies with the NCR. We should keep upgrading the anti-partisan effectiveness. 51%. How are we doing on infantry equipment overall? I have 170 feral ghouls in reserve. Cool. Alright, let's take some factories off of that. How many militia divisions are being used right now? 2. So rioters use 100 infantry equipment and 100 infantry armor. I put dogs in there. So dogs give... They just give a flat suppression boost. So I think the way it works is it's actually better to just have like one enforcer and one set of dogs, because then you just use a bunch of dogs and you still have like the decent hardness of the enforcer. Not 100% on that though. And I don't have any dogs right now, so What's production cost of this? 4.5 versus 4. Ooh, damage to garrisons minus 10% daily compliance gain. Yeah, because what's our daily compliance gain right now? Yeah, that'd be crazy. I don't know if this is well. Actually, no. I can't do. Yeah, there's no improved relations in Old World Blues. So let's just try this and see what happens. The sacrifice is like 4% stability for basically 6 war support. I think that's not a bad trade. Oh yeah, especially since producing consumer goods is bottlenecked by less than 70% stability. Yeah, let's do it. Oh. So it just got removed. So I imagine we'll get a new power struggle at some point. Um, yeah, so I assume we go through this and have to sort this all out. Get some good compliance gain at least. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're fine as where we're at for right now. Um, Guess just build infrastructure for the time being. Yeah, let's get the extra. Ooh, factory output also is actually pretty good.
Hey. What's up?
Minutemen. Well, they get an urban attack bonus. The proffer arrives. The accepted will leave their sanctuary. Dead people's junks to convert the lines of luminous ones will be a great boon pacifying ones without the threat of gunshots. Oh, we just annex it and core it? Wait, did it say we cored it? Daily compliance gain 0.02%. Let's go. Target blockade and the glow bugs as your next two targets. Yeah. So they changed this so that now you choose how to equip them as opposed to sending out different ones. No orders. It's just fine. Like anything right now. Since our tech's just pretty low overall. Oh, I guess I missed the chance to upgrade welder support further because of the balance of struggle mechanic. Oh well. It wasn't anything too crazy. That military assistance from puppets would be nice, but not super amazing. More manpower, please. Yeah. So did I get... Okay, I did get the status core. Cool. That's actually a big help to my manpower. And I got a bunch of factories from that also. Nice. I love that they're at war, but not... No actual border. Hmm. Yeah, where's Temple of the Eternal Glow though? Chug water. Okay, where's chug water? Oh, this one. Okay. Daily compliance gain 0.02%. Pretty good. You set up a temple, there's a rad storm that starts up. Yep. Because I want the daily compliance gain. I mean, of course I want the daily compliance gain. Yeah, the daily compliance gain will serve us so well in the long run. Oh, he doesn't have a little description. Oh, sleepers are at war. Battle for Hoover Dam. Battle will shape the Mojave, no matter the outcome. I have no idea what doctrine we really want to do. It seems like we're biased towards command doctrine, but I don't know. Guess we can go and research siege engines. Why not? Create genetically modified death claws and the monstrosities to fight for them. Yeah. All right. Those withered dogs. Recruit that mingling of human schools and mutants here, far from the original. It'll inspire the others to put aside path prejudice to join us in striving for a better future. How much? Okay. Should be able to switch over. I should need a lot less now, yeah. Less manpower, much more equipment, but this should work out. Yeah, yeah, I can afford that. The old world wall holds. The Legion can even cross the Colorado. How they expect to reach Shady Sands. They can't even take this well-fortified trench position with a clear field of fire. An unstable status quo prevails. Turn one country to a puppet. Right now, since we're progressing through our focus, we can't puppet because then that starts breaking our focuses. Right now, the game expects us to annex everything and core it. A little worry about Lannius getting closer and closer. What's the worst that could happen? Oh yeah, he's wrecking the Maxon expedition. How many divisions could you possibly have? 38. I've had worse. We don't have a super defensible border. We have this little river here. That's about it. I mean, if we could take Boulder, we'd have this river as our primary defensible boundary. I could build a bunch of forts along. Would not be great though. Because it's just, I mean, that's still a pretty major river, I think. So the penalty for crossing that would still be pretty bad. Contact the Chinese remnants. Enforce the mutant law of 2205. Higher levels of the mutant recruitment policy. Okay, so let's do this one first. What do they mean higher levels of the mutant recruitment policy? So if I just go ahead and switch to recruit all mutants. So let me save and see if that going ahead and switching to recruit all mutants changes that outcome. 350, 25, plus 750. Is completed order okay, I'm guessing executive order 9981 or whatever is somewhere down here. Yeah, where is that? Can you show me where that is? Ah, okay, so that's actually in the military focus, so we can't actually do that. Um, Interesting. That does overall give us better. Okay, that is overall just better, but you have to go down the military focus for that. So, nope. So now what does this do? 500 population and 1500 local population. Okay. So not honestly not a huge benefit, but still nice. The fact that I have to sacrifice 300 manpower into a wood chipper. Okay, no, it's 63 manpower. I'm wondering if I want to go ahead and start. I mean, I can like afford to do that now, especially now that I've got some of the excavation technologies. How long does it last for? 140 days. I think it's worth it to go ahead and start doing that. How are we doing on caps? I'm definitely going to want to do a new citizen care package, though, I think. Go ahead and get these bonuses also. Go to weapons, like in our production, we just have like infantry equipment, support equipment, just basic stuff. Probably don't need. How many special force? Okay, no, we're maxed out on our special forces divisions. Yeah, I should just keep stock. We probably need to build. Okay, we should build some basic caravan equipment because those are basically our supply trucks. And then I should go ahead and get some scrap bicycles and some support weapons also. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, how much longer do we have? Oh, we only have like 3 years, so we need to get through. I guess we'll see what we can do with Black Canyon. Required garrisons minus 10%. Okay, that's mostly just offsetting some of our malices here. Other than that, it's Operation Home Run. Yeah, we'll see. Although we get some nice bonuses if we're able to do this, but I guess that we're trying to ally them. Sure. I mean, it looks like they're guaranteeing glow bugs. I think we might still be able to negotiate with them, but we'll see. Oh, I guess they shouldn't have really disbanded those troops. Now we're swimming in manpower. Okay, so Chugwater's now a core state for us, so is the state up here. So let's... Yeah, we need more mills. Hang Dogs is probably gonna fold immediately because they've been getting pretty trounced in their war with Warden. So I don't think they've got a. I think things are gonna work out super well for them. There is Conviction. Oh, they made an alliance with, or I guess Iron Alliance is just attacking at the same time. But Iron Alliance is probably going to join. Yeah, it looks like it. Unless they made like a generic Colorado focus tree, which they might have done. Okay, yeah, so it's just a generic Colorado. Although it looks like they have more content for their focus tree. Yeah, because they have all this. Claim Jumpers doesn't have that. I'm concerned. Because if Iron Alliance also joins, yeah, we definitely need to, like, try and defend the river. Build more military factories. Okay, so I am actually building more military factories, so we should be able to do that. Okay, okay. In theory, if they want to declare war on me, Actually, they probably just do border rates, but we should be fine. Black Canyon's tree look like? Because they've got like some former convicts mechanic. Yeah. Well, so it looks like I can do either of these. Get some allies since Legion is close. Yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna let's see what we could do with um Black Canyon here. Their Black Canyon, Battery of Mesa Verdes, charismatic diplomat and famous peacemonger, proposes beneficiary deal exchange for transferring Boulder Dome, or at least providing us access to it. We could avoid so much bloodshed. Let's try that. Legislature of Black Canyon, the gathering has accepted our ambassador. There are multiple experienced orators in the expedition. We have sent the best of the best to address us. Dr. Agnes herself, however, she still has to decide the angle she'll take with her in negotiation. Good sense of full control of our expedition over the dome. The gathering would likely not accept this without considerable compensation. She may think the facility worth more than we could ever provide. On the other hand, she could simply request access to the dome by her teams, which would come with a much lower price tag. Fighting with them can make them a friend and ally. She would be unable to directly control the fate of the facility. What should Agnes be directed to propose? Ask for the sun and promise the stars. Uh, I don't have caps for that. I'm currently losing caps per quarter. Oh, let's try it. Let's see what happens. Who dares wins. Already in session at their HQ, Diagrams returned from Black Canyon. Temporary building was packed with the room military officers. Hope you've arrived with good news to share with us. Neither the previous two. We've got the dome. I say we'll have to pay as heavy, but for just a little, let them celebrate. Luck favors the brave. City of Radiance. Smoking the ghouls out of the ruins of Boulder was not an easy task. The radiation going to grow more intense since bombing 2 centuries ago. Ghouls collected debris, placed strategically shutting the doors and creating near death zones for any troops trying to charge through. Diaz's platoon was one of the first to arrive. Usually would have been interested in the battle plans of the Briggs formulating the closet tent, but he couldn't take his gaze off the city. It was crowned with green fog-like luminescence. The explosives were in place. Rangers were suited up. The Gamma Corps were in position. He could already imagine the green slowly turning red as the flames consumed the city and the dead. We'll be busy for a while. many divisions do I have a lot of divisions.
Yeah? Hey.
Oh, so the scavengers just keep continuously doing scavenging missions now. Okay. Okay, I have 200k caps now. Not sure how. Oh, can I run... Wait, can I run traders? No, I don't have a trade node. Wait, no, I do. Cool. Nevada Rangers joined the NCR. Rogue Rangers joined the NCR once again. Never change. Some things never change. Okay, we'll see what happens if we do that. I mean, hopefully I could just make payments to them. They're not expecting a lump sum immediately. Or maybe it, like, adds time to a mission if I pay them. Um... Okay, so civilian factories are in use. Okay, so this will add... Oh, okay, wait, hold on. So I think now that I've done other end of the deal, okay. Okay, I'm just at negative 83k caps. Okay. Let's see if my agent, if I redeploy him... Yeah. It's like we got our resistance pretty low. Our economic advisor reports extremely troubling news due to our recent spending sprees. Our coffers are depleted. Our income wasn't enough to cover our expenses. Safe to say we're currently suffering from negative 0.5% stability. This issue worsen is truly telling. Dip into the emergency funds. Oh, okay. Oh, this is because my army wages are really high. Why is my caps earning so low? Trade nodes. Why do I not gain money from this trade node? Or is that what it's a member of? What? Oh, okay, so it's just part of the Rapid City economic node. Did we just not have an economic node here? Okay, so... Oh, I may as well, this is just command power. Yeah, I'll just spend command power. Yes, I think we want to get through this quickly. Yeah, I just don't get why. Oh, because -8 from passive caps income from invest in small business. That's why we're in a deficit. If we didn't have that, we'd be doing pretty well. Got the boulder, so I mean, presumably once we do this, we can start actually pushing into it. Oh, he's at war with the realm of Diana. Oh, the sleepers got annexed. All right, let's get our troops into position because I think this is going to be the big one we're going to have to deal with. I don't know what this will do because they no longer exist. But I guess I need to do this focus, or can I just bypass it? Oh, yeah, just bypass. Cool. Oh, okay, bypass. Put our feet back in Boulder. Surprisingly, it hasn't changed much. Don't have much time to waste. Somebody get me a coffee and let's start to put everything back in order. Do we get some outposts from this? Yeah, we do get outposts. Oh, it adds 2 outposts though. Could we build an outpost in time? Probably not. No. Does this give them a suppress? Okay, okay, that's what actually gives them a suppression bonus. Yeah, I think because we have so many bonuses from compliance game, we really don't need to do these higher up ones, especially because it's something I didn't realize. But these like the local resource modifiers and everything are pretty brutal. In addition to the damage to garrison bonuses, so I think we're probably just gonna try and stay in sporadic outposts. Yeah, let's try. Actually, so we probably want to go ahead and switch our militia. Do we want to switch our militia over to infantry? Because what are the stat differentials? Yeah, and we also get the infantry bonuses. Yeah. Okay, so what I should do, let's go ahead and split out all of our special troops.
What's up? Hey.
And these could be like my special, you know. Oh, I also got Old Dog as commanding officer. Who still has his animated portrait. So let me get another 8 divisions, and let's try to add chems. Big HP bonus. Yeah, that HP bonus is kind of crazy, actually. But yeah, minus 30% XP loss, 21%. Gives suppression, surprisingly. Yeah, looks like I can afford that. What's the combat width? I think the combat width is just 80 for everything. I don't think Old World Blues really messed with. Yeah, they don't. They don't mess with combat width. So 20 is optimal combat width. They giving him power armor instead. Okay, so we already did all the extra stuff, so they're down to 210. Operation Boulder Dash. Let's go ahead and get the extra research slot. So it looks like it might depend on how the contact goes.
Hey.
Um,
Honored to speak with you, sir.
all of hang dogs. Oh boy. Yeah, I just don't know what event we get. Like how much we're dictated by what the NCR does. Boulder has been reinforced. What does that mean? Yeah, we'll see what happens. Aaron Kimball elected president of the NCR. Bears roving out across the west. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, okay, so that's what I need to do. Okay, so I need to research reconnaissance too. Which is what's reconnaissance 2? Oh, reconnaissance 2. Okay, there. Yeah, that won't be too bad. Let's just keep diverting salvage crews to holodisk because we don't need that many. We got a ton of resources. Reconnaissance 2. What else do we need? Has researched light machine gun, heavy rapid capacitor. Okay, we need that. More than 2 victory point province, more than 2 outposts. Do we not have more than 2 outposts?
Hey.
I hate this. I I hate these tiny... if I just have it, like... I literally have to move these divisions so that I can, like, actually click on the state. I thought it got outposts. What? Fort Tandy, Dome... Oh, Dome City. No, it just adds that. Okay, fine, fine. Fair enough, fair enough. All right, let's contact the government. All right. I think unfortunately we're gonna have to continue. Well, we'll get this event, and then I think we're gonna have to call it for tonight because we have been streaming for 4 hours, and I do have work tomorrow, so got to be heading to bed. Move these guys up. We're gonna need more support equipment now that we've got those M companies. In fact, probably need like 3 there and like that.
Honored to speak with you, sir.
I can't grant the long trek medal anymore. I can still grant the silver star though, give them minus 10%. Oh, maybe I can't do that though because they already have one. No, okay.
Hey.
Kirk and Larry sat around the campfire as the day died down. Christensen, Harry sent son on his way to California. Whether he'd live through it was anybody's guess, but if he succeeds, bring back an official governor and whatever support they give him. Oh, we need a decent sort out here. Someone that knows what they're doing. Be an asshole about it. Mr. Dodge was a good guy. You think he'd ever want to come out here? That's naive. Good men aren't what a frontier needs. You want a hard ass who knows how to get what we need. Someone like Alice McLafferty, or maybe even a baron. What if they just, I don't know, let us pick? Why on earth would they do that, Larry? It'd be democratic, wouldn't it? Like, we got back in the Republic. We pick someone we all like Dr. Agnes. I like Dr. Agnes. Don't do elections for territorial governors anyways. Kirk rolls eyes. Though he briefly entertained the fantasy of picking their own governor. Wouldn't pick Agnes, but Lord knows a lot of these plebs would. You'll get what you asked for, 100%. It'd be nice to choose someone nice. Our scavengers found nothing. Oh no. How much longer am I repaying them for? 4 months. So yeah, I'm just kind of sitting. Oh, actually, we could do this one finally. Forgot about that focus. When do you think you'll stream next? I don't know. Shoot, it might be a while because I'm gonna be out of town next weekend, and I won't be able to stream tomorrow. I probably won't be able to stream Wednesday. Yeah, it'll probably be like, it might be, it could be, don't, hopefully I can stream about a week from today, but don't be surprised if it's not for like, um, I have the focuses on the right side I can do. Well, I can't do these until the event happens. Oh, these focuses, I see. Ball Unity. So unfortunately, don't expect any streams tomorrow. Let me put it that way. Unfortunately, could be a while. When do they get back to? I guess it's gonna take the guy a while to travel. The long home running. Okay, so I'm guessing that takes like 90 days. Operation Bird Watching. Roger. Oh, I need to research the light machine gun. I forgot that. I think I prefer doing the stuff that gives you a little bit more heart attack, because when you start running into like robots and stuff, it's a real pain in the butt. Promote the military staff. Decorate Coleridge. What does he gain? What's beloved leader give? Division recovery. Okay. All right, I think we got to stop there. I don't think I can wait for the governor thing to happen. So we'll do baggers, stream 1 end. And yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Hopefully we can pick this up and keep playing. Yeah, and I will see you all next time. Bye. And have a happy Memorial Day.